not as hot as Trevor Story in Beantown, who went yard for the 7th time in his mini games last night in a 16-7 shellacking of the White Sox. The 29-year-old now has 37 RBI, the second most in the AL. 32 of those were registered in the month of May. This all comes off of that rough start with his new club, but it looks like it could be a never-ending story in Boston for the shortstop. See what I did there? Rec, is he the best acquisition of the offseason?
He certainly is right now, as far as in the last week. I would say no. There have been a lot of other guys with several teams that are competing right now. You can go to the Yankees and look at Anthony Rizzo. Even though he was there, then bringing him back, he's been huge for that team. Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays has been awesome. You could say that even Noah Syndergaard, they took a shot on him for the Angels. He's been very good for them outside of one start. Justin Verlander, you could call that an acquisition. They signed him. That is huge. There have been so many. So I'm not going to give it to Trevor Story right now. If he continues at this pace, yeah, it'll be Trevor Story by the end of the year.
It's too early for this conversation,
yeah, it is.
first and foremost. But I look at what Trevor Story has done. You mentioned the numbers. I think it's big if the Red Sox find themselves in the conversation for the playoffs later on in the season. Then we're talking about maybe one of the best acquisitions.
But the team in the offense is gone as he is gone.
Yeah, I mean, if he continues to go, then the other guys will continue to go as well. And like, let's put some respect on Trevor Story's name. Like, the first couple of weeks in the season, everybody's like, "What's wrong with Trevor Story? He can't adjust to playing here because he's played in Coors." But my man has swung it every single year. So let's put some respect on him, and then let's see what happens the rest of the season. Let's give it some time. But to your point, Justin Verlander, he's been #1 on my list. I mean, could be the first 7-game winner today.
Ellen, I saw you nodding at Kevin Gausman.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Kevin Gausman was going to be my answer. You know, he leads all pitchers in Fangraphs WAR, which is a very FIP-based WAR, but his FIP is like microscopic. It's tiny. It's 1.32. It's the cutest FIP you've ever seen since I've been journalism. So yeah, that's going to be my answer. Obviously, like a great staff in Toronto, but Gausman is really anchoring that staff and looking like one of the best acquisitions, although Justin Verlander's a great call. And I feel like, am I hard of hearing? Did nobody say Freddie Freeman?
Nobody, not
We have to have Freddie Freeman in the conversation. I feel like I would pick Freeman probably before I'd pick Story, although I'm very glad that that Story's performing so well and that him and Arenado are sort of putting to rest the whole, like, can these people perform outside of Coors conversation, which is ridiculous.
I threw a lot of names out there, but I'm going to throw one more because I forgot it. Taylor Rogers has been closing games for the Padres. He was the opening day acquisition, a trade?
Yep.
That guy has been lights out for the Padres. And not to say that they needed him, because they have really good starting pitching. We talked about that lineup a little bit. They haven't been going quite yet, but they'll get there, especially when Tatis gets back. But as far as the bullpen goes, he's really been holding it down on the back end.
So the answer collectively is the sample size is too small, and so far it's kind of a soft no. Sorry, Trevor, I'm from Denver. I got your back.